At Metroparks, we aim to celebrate diversity by sharing short stories about people from different backgrounds and experiences through a new series called Outside Culture Talks. In these short video interviews, we talk to people from different backgrounds and customs who've had different outdoor experiences. We hope that staff and our Metroparks community will learn from others and enhance our cultural sensitivity. We hope that you enjoy these short Outside Culture Talks. Well, hello, Christine.
Hello, Felicia.
And thank you so much for joining us on Outside Culture Talks. We know that you and your organization, the Art Tatum Zone, is a phenomenal partner of Metroparks. And why don't you just tell us a little bit about the organization and some of the great work that you're doing.
Well, thank you so much for the invitation, and we're really excited to be here. We love Metroparks and our partnership. The Art Tatum Zone is a neighborhood revitalization organization that focuses on serving children and families in our community and really looking to close three primary gaps: the academic achievement gap, the income gap, and the wealth gap. We say it simply: we want all children to learn, we want all people to earn, and we want everybody to be able to create a legacy that continues beyond them.
What an incredible mission you have there. You know, I was down at Glass City, one of our newest phases that opened around the ribbon, and your kids were there this summer and they were playing and having a good time. Tell us about that, because I'm sure for many of the kids that was their first time in a Metro Park.
Absolutely. We were so excited this summer to expand our programming to include the Metroparks. For us, we want to make sure that the kids are doing great in reading and mathematics and all the things that matter academically. Many of our students, the only outdoors that they experience are the yards that surround their homes, and if they don't have yards, they don't think about outdoors as a place where they can relax, be rejuvenated, and really learn. And as we thought about reading specifically, a lot of our children struggle with reading context. So they hear about things like canoeing and kayaking and different things that happen in outdoor spaces, and they just have no context for that conversation. And so this summer we visited quite a few Metroparks, including the Glass City Metro Park, and it's been amazing. Our kids did rock climbing, they did kayaking, and they just lit up by every experience.
Oh, that just makes my heart beat, makes my heart happy to hear that, because nature is so good for all of us. And I remember growing up and we did not have these types of experiences. So just tell us about some of the things that the kids talked about. What were some of their favorites that they experienced?
Well, I think the first time we told them we were going to a Metro Park, they were like, "We're doing what?" So the first park that we went to was Swan Creek. And the kids kind of walked into the park and they said, "We're going to be here all day, and what are we going to do?" And so we talked about playing on the equipment. We talked about taking nature walks. And their eyes just kind of were really quizzical. And for a while, it took them a moment to kind of acclimate to what can I do outside? And then they began to look around and they started to point out different things that they hadn't noticed before. They were engaging in different ways with one another and with the space. And it was really powerful. And so I would say every single experience was different, but every single one just lit up our staff and our students in ways that they hadn't experienced. One of my favorite comments was one of our students said it felt like they entered a different world when they entered one of the parks.
Wow.
And they said it's right here in our city.
You know, let's talk a little bit about safety, because we know in particular our people from our background, sometimes we don't feel safe in the woods. Tell us about, did the kids feel safe? Did they feel free to explore new things?
They absolutely did. Your staff did a phenomenal job of really helping our staff and our students feel fully supported in every single experience. And I would say across the board, even though they might have had some nerves upon embracing some new experiences like archery and rock climbing and kayaking, by the time that they got into the experience, they felt fully confident that they would be safe.
Yeah. Well, we're happy to hear that. You know, Metroparks, we're so honored to have this partnership with you. So what would be something that you would want our staff, our Metroparks community to know about the work that you do and the kids that you serve every day?
I think for me, it would be important to realize that these kids are just like your kids. They have the same desires, they have the same hopes, they have the same aspirations. They just haven't had the same opportunity.
Yeah.
And so, one of the things that we really focus on is you can't be what you can't see. And so, for us to have opportunities to give them exposure and to give them opportunities to learn in a safe environment what different experiences are like are key for their development and for us breaking cycles that
Sure.
separate people that are different.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. This is Outside Culture Talks. I'm here with Christine Sweeney from the Art Tatum Zone. I'm Felisa Clark, and we'll be seeing you again with Outside Culture Talks.